Hi, welcome back to In the Moment with Ziri and Janet. Of course, I'm Ziri, and I'm here in the United Kingdom, London to be precise. And with me is my co-host from across the pond.
Hi, Siri. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to In the Moment.
Thank you, Janet. If you just joined us for the first time, we have a part one to this podcast, which I'm sure you will find in the link in the link attached to this video. And in that, we actually introduced ourselves and so in the moment, how it came about and what is our intention, objective with it. And then we looked at the issue of self-awareness, we went into a bit more details, and we gave some nuggets, that you could some takeaways to help you in that aspect. Just a quick one is that self-awareness is the journey of peeling off the layers, the trappings, upon the core, who we really are. So we're peeling off all the things we've attached to our identity, the job we do, the schools we went to, the kind of car we drive, whether we're married or not, children, all those externalities that do not really contribute to our humanity, that's our being, who we are. Self-awareness is all about peeling off those to get to the core. But today, we are following on with a very interesting topic, which is going to help with the self-awareness journey anyway. And this is being in the moment, or you could say being present in the present. Oftentimes we go to an event, for instance, it could be a party, it could be on holiday, even we could go to the beach. And while we are sat at the beach, for instance, our mind is still at home, worrying about, did I turn the electricity off? Did I turn the gas off? Or worrying about whatever it is that could be going on at home. Have we been broken into? It could be, so you lose the beauty around you, the serenity. You lose the opportunity of being one with nature. Why? Because you fail to be in the present. Maybe not intentionally, but that is the power of the mind. The mind is a little rascal, like, these little dogs, you want to go this way and know they want to go all over the place, dragging you all over the place. And before you know it, you got out for a walk, but you didn't go for a walk. You didn't have a walk because the dog kept pulling you all around. That's what the mind is like. So today, we want to discuss being in the present. And in the next few seconds or minutes, we hope that you will be able to rein in your mind, and everything that you are into being in the moment, being present in the present. That's what we intend to do today. And of course, I couldn't have a better person to deal with this topic than my co-host, Janet, who is also a coach in this aspect. So I'm going to ask you a question, Janet, if you can come in with your expertise and also personal experience. In your opinion, what is the major obstacle that people have? What is the major obstacle preventing us from being in the moment?
Yes, thank you, Siri. What prevents most people from being in the moment is the fact that, as you mentioned, their minds are never quiet. Their minds are like a little factory, a little engine that never stops working, but it's not taking them anywhere. It's better to have a quiet mind, one that is able to bring a proper thought, a proper idea at the proper time, than being thinking and overthinking all the time. But the mind is our best friend. It can also be our worst enemy. Why? The mind can keep you in the past. We know that as humans, we divide time in 3 phases. We have the past, the present, and the future. For most people, the past is very much alive as the present is. And others will worry about the future without actually understanding that unless we live in the moment, we are in the now, in the present, we will not have a proper future, and we will keep bringing the past into our lives. These, other than being concepts, are our daily life affairs. I can give you an example of how the past affects a human being, a person, an individual. You could have had an experience that for you was negative at, let's say, a job, at an employment place. You had some quarrel with a coworker, and you thought it was unfair what happened to you at the time. You could drag that negative experience, because I understand you felt that it was unfair to you, but you, maybe because you don't discuss what happened to you, maybe because you tend to just bury things that happened inside, you are bringing that negative experience everywhere you go. So every new place of employment, you will be maybe even afraid that this will come again in your life. So you not only are not free from the mental suffering, you're also bringing the past into your current place of employment, where you're going to be thinking, I mean, who is going to be next on the line of having a quarrel with me? How am I going to be treated? Am I going to be mistreated? And this is just an example, because I know we all work and we all have job experiences that have not been the best, but this is, many people cannot actually overcome these situations, and this keep them in the past. And that do not allow for a person to be in the present. Like you said, I am at the beach, and instead of enjoying this warmth of the sun, instead of enjoying the beautiful ocean, instead of just going and walking and finding seashells, now I have 20 thoughts in my mind, and I cannot see that I'm walking on the sand, and I cannot understand the benefits of getting sunlight, and I cannot understand the benefits of bathing in the ocean, and what the sea salt can bring to me. And I cannot even understand breathing the air by the ocean, the benefits that it has in my lungs. So you see, it seems like a very small situation, but it actually deprives you from a good life. You are just missing a moment because you're worried in your mind. You cannot control your thoughts. So to be able to be in the present, you need to be able to control your thoughts and your memory. We are all made of memory. This is all a body of memory. There is not only memory in the mind. The whole body knows that is a body, and we are all full of memory. So your memory of the past need to stay in the past. We have to work on this so that you can live the present and enjoy the present, enjoy every single day, every single moment. And then when you enjoy the present, when you are in the present, in the now, you are able to build a better future. But how could you build a better future if you're dragging into the present all of the past negative experiences that you've had? You're actually just like a worry spotlight walking around trying to live a life that is good for you, but you can't. That's how I see present, past, present, and future are very connected, but the only thing that exists is the now. The now, this conversation you and me are having, this is the only moment that exists right now for us too. This is the only moment that exists. And if I'm not here in full consciousness of this conversation with you, I wouldn't be able to express myself in this way. If I was worried about what I'm going to be doing in the next 2 hours, Ziri, do you think I'm going to be able to have this conscious conversation with you?
No,
I
no.
couldn't even pay attention to you. So I am giving you a proper answer according to my experience because I am in the moment. I am here with you. I am respecting you. And I think this is the most important moment in my life right now, you and me now.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. That is really, really, really fantastic because we have apportioned them were based on the concept of time, past, present, and future. And sadly, the present is the one that has been affected by this classification. The past, people often dwell in the past or will live in fear of anticipation of the future. But the present is the one that we easily and mostly neglect. So it's actually I want to say it's sad, that we have this concept of time, and the one that is the most important is the one that is least regarded. The past is the past, whatever it is. We can learn from it. We can't undo it. It is gone. So we need to be here and now.
Yes.
And then the other bit is the future. Another, just like the past, another aspect is fear of the unknown, fear of the future. You talked about a job situation, so I'm going to use that also in the next question and example. So again, say in that same workplace, the news came around, there's going to be a redundancy. So a lot of people are going to be laid off. You could see that now becomes another issue. We become very focused on the future. What is going to happen to me? So again, I want you to come in and tell us, how can we also not allow ourselves to be robbed by worrying or by anticipation of the future? How can we, take our mind off, what could happen in the future and be here now to enjoy what is right now? How can we train our mind to come off what could be and then enjoy what is?
Yes. Would you agree with me, Ziri, that we don't have control of everything in life?
No,
We cannot have natural control of life circumstances, correct?
that's correct. Yeah.
The employment example is a good example. Let's say if Friday comes and this particular factory needs to lay out 20 individuals, and we are working there, and we just know that Friday. Could have you controlled the situation as an employee? No. Could I have controlled that my name is or is not on the list of people that are going to be laid off? I cannot control. Maybe it's unfair. Maybe some people were left that were less productive than ourselves. But can I control the fact that management wanted me on the list and you on the list? I cannot. So we have to depart from the concept that we are not in control of everything in this life, but we are in control of our own actions and of our life circumstances. If a person is laid off of their job, what is there to do? Put together a resume and go and find another job. Go for interviews. Prepare yourself. Maybe if you know, maybe if I had known how this machine works, in the meantime, while you're finding another job, go and get a little course. Go and get yourself a little bit more educated on something that's going to help you maintain the next job. Because here we are fighting for our position. We are maybe not fighting, but competing. What you bring, what you bring to a job may not be the same that I bring to a job. But at the end, we both need to do what the duties are laid out for us. We have to work, we have to do what is in the manual that we're there for. But we cannot control many things that happen around us. We can control our behavior, we can control what we know, how we get educated, how we express ourselves, and we can control how far we get in life, but we cannot control many other things. So is it about destiny? Is it about fate? No, it's about, like we have been discussing, being in the moment and understanding, is this my best shot right now at life? Am I doing my best? Am I worried about, I overheard that 20 people are gonna be late from this particular job. Is it for me to worry a whole month about that? Or is it for me to start looking around for another job instead of being worried? Is it for me to start looking and saying, who can be let go? Maybe if I have another skill, maybe if I get better at this. But you have to always be, while you are aware of your environment, to be able to survive better. You cannot live afraid, because you know what living afraid is? You're not sure of yourself. You're not sure of what you can give. You're not sure of your abilities, your capacity. So when you, as a human being, you know what you have to give, you know that no one can damage you. It doesn't matter how many jobs you go jumping from one job to another job for, let's say, unfairness, inconsistencies of management. But what you know, and no one can take it away from you. But this comes from doing your present time well. You have to do your job in the present time and become the best version of yourself today, so that tomorrow you don't suffer. Let go of the past, become fully available to all the possibilities that you can have as a human being. Forget about life circumstances that you cannot control. Control yourself. While you can control yourself and your own environment, I am sure that the future has to be a good future.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So for me, what I'm taking from all of this is, to be in the moment, you need to be in the moment. I know that sounds cliche, but that is what it is. Being in the moment means you are not focused on the past, yesterday. You are not focused on the future, tomorrow. You are focused on now, this very moment. And how do you now train yourself to be in the now? Janet has said it very well. It is all about our mind. It is all about, we are in control of our mind. So we consciously bring in our mind, you know what, I want to focus on now.
Yes.
What am I supposed to be doing now? Forget about the redundancy that is going to happen on Friday. What am I supposed to be doing now? Forget about the colleague that offended me maybe yesterday or last week.
Yes.
What am I supposed to be doing now? Do I need to do anything now regarding that offense? If yes, make a note and then know when you want to go and address it, and then drop that issue.
Yes.
Do I need to make any plans in case I'm laid off? Okay, why don't you wait and see what happens on Friday? If not, what can I do? What do I need to do? If it happens that I'm laid off, I get another job. Okay, maybe I should begin to dust up my resume. Do I need to do that now? If you have to do that now, you go and do that. But the point is, you bring yourself into the moment and forget about the past and forget about the future. I think this is a bit more elementary and practical. So it's not just we saying stuff to you. You train yourself to say, what can I do now?
Right.
What am I supposed to be doing now? If there is nothing you can do about those situations, then enjoy the moment. Finally, the important thing one of the key reasons we have to be in the now. If we're in the right presence of mind, like Janet hinted at, if she's here or she's focused on something else, she wouldn't be her best. Her responses will not, she'll just give half-hearted responses. See? So when we are in the present, what it ensures is that our reasoning faculty, our mental capacity is here. Mm-hmm. We are able to maximize everything that we are, our problem-solving skills. If we are in the present, we're able to maximize all of these to get whatever it is that needs to be done. And you would agree with me, everyone, that this is what we ought to be doing all the time. This is where we ought to be all the time. Like I said a few minutes ago, that I hope that in the next few seconds or minutes, you would be more able to master your mind, and then you would be able to bring yourself to be in the moment. That is what we are all about. We are going to be winding down for this session as well. But before we go, just a quick recap. This is In the Moment with Ziri and Janet. Ziri is in London, Janet is in the USA, so we are just across the pond. Yes. And In the Moment is a podcast is proposed, for you, the listener, the viewer. It's all about you. We are sharing our experiences with you with the hope that you will learn, and with the hope that you would also enrich our own experience, by feeding back to us. It could be how you've been benefited by whatever we have shared, or even some things you want to contribute that we can learn from. Definitely, you will hear again from us. Stay tuned on the channel. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and share this. Share this if you've learned anything or two from it. If you liked it, just share. Leave a comment, and we are going to be with you again shortly. But before we go, I want to ask Janet, do you have any final words to say to our listeners?
Ziri, it's a pleasure to speak with you about these issues and bring more awareness to our viewers. And I just want to say that this is being in the moment and in the present. It's about quality of life. The quality of your life increases tremendously when you are in the present. That's what I wanted to say to wrap up.
Thank you very much. And there you had it. In the Moment is all about you living your best life. That's our intention. We want to live our best life. We also want you to live your best life. If you want to live your best life, then stay tuned. See you again next time. Thank you and bye.
Thank you.